Who else am I talking to? Hi, Samari Guitaria here, telling you about stories of dates that have gone wrong. So this episode is called Single White Female. If you've seen the movie, you will know why. So I met this woman on a dating app. She said she was married, but her husband didn't mind her hanging out with ladies now and again. Said she had a kid, fine. We met up nearby where I live downtown for this drinks and sushi. And while we are on the date, she then says that she's in between jobs and looking for a job after we had already ordered all this food and drinks and stuff. And it's like, all right, I see where this is going. And she seemed very interested. I'll say while she was drinking, she seemed interested. She kind of had an Eastern European accent. I don't remember where she was from. It doesn't matter. But at any rate, the bill comes. And then when the bill comes, she says, looks at me and says, well, do you have a job for me? And it's like, I guess I'm paying for this. So then at that point, I say, well, do you want to go hang out at my place? Figured I might as well. We're really close, and I had to pay for all that. Not that that matters, but I'm like, I don't know, might as well get something out of it. We end up going back and having reindeer games. And okay, here's the weird thing, or a few weird things. Weird thing number one is she had an Eastern European accent, but as soon as we started making out, her accent kind of changed to become an Irish accent. I don't really get that. Then she then seemed pleased by our activity. And then when it was my turn, all of a sudden after like maybe 3 minutes, she stops and says, are you done yet? And I'm like, I am now, because there's no bigger buzzkill to a mood than are you done yet? So she's like, okay, I'm gonna go outside and smoke a cigarette on your patio, okay? And I said, okay. I said, let me just lie down here a moment because I drink just a teensy bit too much. And so then I sit up and I see her on my balcony smoking a cigarette, but wearing the clothes that I had on that night. So they were on the floor or on the side or something, and she picked up my jumper, my jumpsuit thing. It was very nice. And put it on so she could go outside and smoke a cigarette. And I'm thinking, that's so weird and rude. Like, you didn't ask me to put on my clothes. Put on your own damn clothes, not my clothes, to smoke a cigarette. That's, I hate cigarette smoke, and now my outfit's gonna smell like that. And then she comes back in the room and she's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go now, and just so you know, I'm not really into this so much. I don't want to do this so frequently, but I do want to hang out as friends, and I'll let you know, and I'll let you know what we're doing when we hang out. And it's like, okay, only on your terms much? I didn't say that. I just thought, I'm done. I ended up getting really sick after that. I'm not sure if I had COVID or something like that. But, you know, she tried to reach out to me after that to hang out, and like, no dog. Like, number one, if you don't have a job, you should not be spending time looking for hookups. You should find time looking for a job, right? If you don't have a job, you shouldn't go expecting other women to pay for dates. Or if you do, maybe you should let them know that in the beginning. And then I would have chosen maybe a slightly more reasonably priced place rather than this really bougie place. And I wouldn't have, you know, ordered all the sushi and whatnot. Like, I'm not looking to be a sugar mama to anybody. That's not what I'm doing. It's not what I'm trying to do. Anyways, so no. And if you're gonna mess around with somebody, don't all of a sudden after like 2 minutes be like, are you done yet? Because like, what? How selfish and rude. No. And then don't put on people's clothes without their permission, especially on the first date. So, you know, whatever, it's made for a good story. I'll tell you next time more for these Christmas specials on Who Else Am I Talking To?